Welcome, friends. I'm Jen Hilman. Thank you so much for joining me today in this gentle yoga flow to help reduce stress and anxiety. Life can get complicated and can be filled with all kinds of frustrations and challenges. It's not too hard to find yourself in an overwhelming situation from time to time. If you already have a propensity towards anxious feelings or high levels of stress, it doesn't take much to trigger you into an anxiety attack. Fortunately, yoga is a really powerful tool that can help to bring our stress levels down so that we can reconnect with our breath, reconnect with our body, to come back into the present moment and become more grounded and more centered. So I have designed this yoga flow to help do just that, to help you relax, come back into your deep conscious breath, to come back into the moment where here you are safe, you can relax, you can let go of all the things that have been boggling your mind, and just enter into your body. Come into a state of rest and relaxation. And from that place, it's so much easier to tackle life's big challenges when you're coming from a place of centeredness. So go ahead and like this video, add it to your list of favorites so you can come back and practice along anytime those anxious feelings are getting high. Don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel, and please leave your comments below. I would love to know, where do you carry your stress in your body? Where does it build up? Where do you feel the most tension when you're feeling that stress and anxiety starting to rise? Leave your comments below, and let's roll out your mat and get ready to spend some quality time together, just breathing and getting present in your body. VHX intro. Welcome, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today as we dive into some gentle yoga stretches to help manage stress and anxiety. Life can be hard, and it doesn't take much to become overwhelmed with anxious feelings, high levels of stress, and mental clutter. Fortunately, yoga is a powerful tool to help us come back into the present moment by getting connected to our body and the flow of our breath. So I have designed this yoga practice to help you do just that. So whenever you're feeling anxious, whenever you're feeling stressed out and overwhelmed, come join me in this flow to help you get connected to your breath, to drop into your body, come back to the present moment. And from this place of grounded centeredness, it becomes so much easier to tackle life's big challenges. So let's roll out the mat and get ready to spend some time together, diving into relaxation, deep, steady breath, and coming back home to a place of peace inside yourself. We're going to begin our practice today just sitting comfortably on your mat. You can sit however you feel the most comfortable. If you want to sit on a cushion or a blanket to help prop yourself up, even if you wanted to sit on a cushion on your chair, you could do that as well. So make yourself comfortable as we come into a seat. We'll just start with a few grounding breaths. Now, if you have any essential oils that you like to work with, I would recommend grabbing a drop of lavender or grabbing a drop of Balance if you're familiar with the doTERRA Balance blend. It's a great oil for helping to come back to center. You might also find citrus oils are helpful for relaxing stress and anxious feelings. So if you have an essential oil handy, you can take a drop into your hands, rub your hands together and cover your nose and mouth. and start to take some deep breaths. And if you don't have any essential oils nearby, you can get the same grounding effect just by tapping into your breath. You can close your eyes here. Move your awareness inward. And start to observe the flow of your breath. Notice if there's anywhere that your breath seems to get stuck. Is your breath just being held in your chest? Or can it move all the way down into your belly? Are you noticing a long, juicy inhale with a shortened, abbreviated exhale? And see if you can elongate your breath so that the inhale and the exhale are given equal time. And just this process alone of sitting quietly and starting to tune in to some deep breaths can have a profound effect on calming the nervous system, helping you get grounded into your body, to come back into the present moment, right here, right now. And as we incorporate some movement, we'll begin to move into our body, and nothing brings you closer to the present moment and feeling into your body, being in your body. So glide your hands forward to your knees, just resting comfortably there. And we'll begin to move into some seated cat and cow. So again, flowing with the rhythm of your breath. As you inhale, lift up through your chest, roll your shoulders onto your back, lift your gaze and open your throat. So that inhale moves you into a full expansion. And as you exhale, scoop your belly button in, curling your tailbone under and tucking your chin to your chest. You can gently rock back on your hips, stretching the back of your spine. Then as you inhale, we'll reverse, opening it back up. Roll your shoulders down your back as you lift through your chest and lift your chin, opening through your front body. Then exhale and gently curl it in. Think about the crown of your head curling in towards your pubic bone. So we make a really round shape with your spine. And then again, we'll inhale and lift, moving into that full expansion, opening through your front body as you inhale. And again, we'll exhale and gently curl everything back in. Tucking your chin to your chest, scooping your tailbone under, round through your spine and stretch your back. And then we'll gently return to center, lifting up through your spine, lift up through the crown of your head and let your shoulders relax down your back. Take a deep breath in right here, clearing your mind, breathing in peace and quiet. And as you exhale, just softly let your head fold down so your chin comes into your chest. Now we're still staying supported and lifted through the rest of your spine. So it's just the head that bows down. Now interlace your hands softly behind your head, letting your elbows drape down towards the floor. So the soft weight of your arms will give you a gentle traction along the back of your neck, helping to release any tension there at the back of your neck or the base of your skull. From this position, softly turn your chin towards the right. Notice how that shifts the stretch from right to left in your spine. And then gently shift your chin softly towards the left. And notice what that does for you. And again, we'll gently shift your chin to the right, moving slowly, taking your time. Really allow yourself to have the fullness of the experience of sensation in your body. Gently rotate your chin back to the left. Notice how this side feels, maybe slightly different than the right side. And gently let your head come back to center. Take one more moment, folding down the middle, using your arms, your hands to gently encourage yourself into a nice stretch down the length of your spine. And slowly release your hands back down to your knees and let your head float back up on top. Take a cycle of breath here, in and out, feeling your spine grow tall as your shoulders drape down the sides. And we'll just move into some gentle head rolls, rolling your head in a complete circle. Move as slowly as you like, taking your time to really feel the fullness of the movement. If there's anywhere that your neck or your head seems to get stuck, you can take a little extra time in that space and work into it. And after you've made a few rounds in one direction, you can slowly begin to reverse and roll your head around in the opposite direction. And again, you may notice that one side feels different than the other, moving in one direction or the other. It's not unusual to find imbalances in our body. And so it's important to balance out the practice, even if the two sides feel different. And you can let your head softly float back up on top. Coming back to neutral. And we'll move into a gentle twist. Sweep your left hand across to your right knee and let your right fingertips touch down behind you. Inhale your breath to lift up through your spine, growing tall. This will create more space for you to rotate your heart around towards that right side. Really working on maximizing the rotation here. You can turn your gaze all the way over your right shoulder. As much rotation in the spine as you comfortably can. Breathing slow and steady as you tap into the feeling of sensation. And softly release, coming all the way back around through center and over to the second side. Sweep your right hand across to your left knee. Let your left fingertips touch down behind you. Inhale your breath to lift and grow tall. And as you exhale, leverage yourself into a deeper twist. Really bringing the heart as far around to the left side as you can. Turning your gaze over your left shoulder. Breathing slow and steady. Notice if your mind begins to wander. When the mind is full of anxious thoughts, it can be challenging to calm the mind. Bring your thoughts back into your body. Come back to your breath and gently release around to the front. And we're going to transition into a tabletop position. So you can roll forward over your shins, coming onto your hands and knees. Now, as you arrive in your tabletop position, you can begin to move into cat and cow. Again, flowing with the rhythm of your breath. You'll inhale to lift your heart and lift your tail, and exhale to round it in, scooping your belly in, tuck your chin to your chest and curl your tailbone under. Then inhale to unwind. Open through your heart and chest, curl your tailbone to the sky. And exhale and gently round your spine. And we'll move through this flow a couple more times, just following the rhythm of your own breath. When you really drop in and let your breath guide your movement, you become fascinated with the feeling, the experience of breathing and moving together. The rest of your thoughts begin to fade into the background, so that all you can focus on is the breath and the movement. This brings you into the present moment, where breath and body is all you have. Slowly allow yourself to return to neutral, coming to a nice long spine. Then from here, we're going to open up the shape a little bit. So just step your hands forward about one hand's length. And then you can do the same with your knees, just slightly stepping your knees back. Now we're going to move into a bigger flow, but still guided with the rhythm of your breath. So follow along with me. As you inhale, we're going to shift forward over your hands, coming into a half plank. Then exhale your breath and slowly lower halfway to your chaturanga and guide your hips back to a little child's pose. Then again, as you inhale, roll your spine forward, shifting over your hands, coming into that half plank pose. And exhale and gently bend your elbows halfway down. Draw your hips back and press back to that child's pose. So again, the inhale brings you forward into that half plank. And the exhale is a nice long exhale that moves you halfway down into your chaturanga and back to the child's pose. We'll take this 2 more times. You can close your eyes here and really feel into the movement, guided by the breath as you inhale to come forward and exhale to lower down and draw it back. We'll go 1 more time. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway, and press yourself back to that child's pose. And now we're going to add on to this flow. So we'll start the same way. Inhaling, rolling your spine forward into that half plank. This time as you exhale, go ahead and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. So that's the full exhale, brings you down. On your inhale, we'll move into a gentle cobra pose, just leading with your heart. You don't have to push yourself up really high. You don't have to come into a really big shape. You just want to gently curl your chest up away from the floor. And as you exhale, again, draw your hips back to that child's pose. So we're just adding in the cobra. Let's go again. Inhale to roll forward. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to a gentle baby cobra pose. And exhale to draw it back. We'll move through this cycle one more time. Really give it your best. See if you can keep your mind present with the movement throughout the whole cycle. Inhaling to come forward. Exhaling to lower down. Breathing in to curl your heart up. And breathing out as you draw your hips back. And this time you can just pause in your child's pose, taking a few slow, deep breaths right here. Thanks so much for joining me for this relaxation, stress relieving flow. If you would like to follow along with the extended version of this practice, and if you'd like to watch commercial free, follow the links below to join me at the jenhillmancommunity.bhx.tv. I look forward to seeing you next time. In breath, sincerely yours. Namaste.